You're listening to What's Up, Van Horn? And here are your hosts, DJ Rewind and Chris the Chief Herrera.
Good morning, Van Horn, Texas. How you doing today?
Good morning, Van Horn. How y'all doing?
We have a special co-host today with us. His name is Mr. Brian Rivera. We'd like to welcome Brian here to the studio.
Hey, how y'all doing, everybody? It's good to be here.
Good to be here. Good to be here. Oh, unfortunately, Chris is headed to El Paso today, so
safe travels, Chris. Be
Safe
careful
travels.
out there.
hopefully he'll get to El Paso. Apparently, he's going to watch a movie with his mother, which
Hey.
is one of his favorite pastimes.
Hey, that's a great pastime right there, man.
Yeah. So, anyways, what we got going on today, dude? We have a bunch of stuff going on today. Bunch of stuff, controversial stuff we want to talk about. Brian came to me and he said, "Dude, can I be on your show?" And I said, "Sure." And he goes, "But I'm going to talk about some controversial stuff." And I said, "That's what this is about."
That's the beauty of it, man.
Yeah, that's what this is about.
I'm looking to upset some people.
He's looking to upset some people. So let's make it happen. First off, we want to mention there is a football game today, guys. There will be Wink will be playing here tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Well, do they have junior high games?
I don't know.
Do we have a junior high football team?
You know what? And if we do, I don't really.
Well, I hope if we do, good luck to y'all.
Yeah, good luck. So hopefully these guys can make it happen and get a first district win. I hope so.
Just keep them fingers crossed.
Keep the fingers crossed. So you were mentioning to me earlier, Brian, that there's no JV team, dude.
Yeah, I mean, there's no JV team. Apparently, I mean, they got 20 kids or something like that.
They got any kid who's playing football right now is on.
You're on varsity, brother. No matter what.
I wish it was easy like that when I was in football.
And when you're a 15, 16-year-old kid fresh into high school, I mean, you can't play varsity football off the bat.
Well, when you're okay, what's the typical age of being a freshman?
I would assume 15, 14.
No, 14. 13 to 14, right?
Yeah.
So you go in 13, you leave out 14, most likely, right?
Yeah.
So you're about, say 14.
Yeah, I mean, but like.
And a 14-year-old kid playing against an 18-year-old kid in varsity football, especially if they throw him in the game, that's a big difference, dude.
Yeah, I mean, and when you're in school, the significance of age difference, I mean, just from it being year to year, you know, like the kids one grade above me were so much bigger and so much more advanced athletically, and you see them on a higher pedestal. Imagine it's 4 years older than you.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, it must be a tough challenge.
But even then, like, you know, say some kid from, I don't know, Crane or Iran, for example, because we play Iran in district play. Iran, for example, you know, these kids are like corn-fed, man. They're like big kids,
man. They're big kids.
You know, an 18-year-old kid, and he sees a little 14-year-old kid out there. He's gonna take it. He's gonna hit him. He's gonna light him up, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and the little kids out here, I mean, they're paying for the reputation we've built up here of being a nasty, dirty football team. I mean, I don't want to say we're a dirty football team. You know, don't misconstrue that. But we were the kind of team that, we're going to get our ass kicked coming to play y'all, but we're going to hurt you playing that game.
Yeah.
We're going to hit you, and we're going to hit you hard. That's always the mentality we had, because even when I was playing, we weren't very good. We look forward to just getting out there and hitting somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, hey, let's go play.
Yeah, it's got to be a fun sport, period.
Yeah, I mean, you got to find
sometimes I understand, you know, winning the district championship would be nice.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not going to happen every year. I mean, we're not.
I mean, it's that the stars really got to be lined up for us for that to happen.
That's true.
The other teams got to be, you know, relative to our size and not as good as us or not as fast as us or not as strong as us.
And then, unfortunately, Permian Basin teams are just that way, bro.
They're just big kids.
And, you know, Oldfield has a lot to do with that because they bring in kids, you know, parents come to work. Yeah. They move out there, and then their kids are just, you know, they're big kids, bro. So, and we don't get a lot of that because, you know, people either they don't move away or they don't move in.
Yeah, I mean.
So it's kind of like the same generation. We're going to get to a point where everybody's going to be inbred in Van Horn, dude.
Oh, man, please, no. But, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and act like that's not already going on. You know who you are, people. Behave.
So yeah, because I noticed there hasn't been a JV, man.
I mean, if anything, they should have just had a JV team. These kids do not need to be playing varsity ball. They need to be playing JV.
And also, when I was in JV, I looked forward to being varsity.
Yeah, like it made you strive for something. You got to earn that. And I mean, yeah, it's unfair for maybe if there were seniors playing or juniors. But from my understanding,
because I'm almost okay.
Kids.
Let's take it this way. Say there was a senior kid playing right now.
Yeah.
4 years ago, there was a JV team.
Yeah.
So he had to work his ass off to make it to varsity.
Yeah.
And now he's in varsity and he's seen freshmen that are just coming in and being in varsity, period.
Yeah, and it's not fair
Yeah,
because you got to earn that, man. You can't. I mean, it used to be a sacred ritual in high school, and now it seems to be completely lost in all the other traditions that we've lost.
We've lost a lot of traditions.
Yeah, big
but then
time.
again, we our school size has also shrunk too.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, we're about to become a 6-man football.
You think so?
Team. Yeah, I mean.
Well, maybe we can win a district championship in that. I'm not saying that we don't, because I mean, like a couple years ago we won district. I mean, we by district.
We went into the playoffs.
Yeah. So I mean, we're not that bad.
I mean, but the numbers are really hurting us right now.
Heck yeah, and we need enrollment.
Yeah.
So we also got a restaurant opening up in Van Horn.
New restaurant.
Yeah.
New food, new places.
Casa de Maria, which I got a
Maria.
feeling it's Mexican food.
We would only hope so. You know?
I can imagine Chinese food coming out of Casa de Maria.
Remember Walk China?
Walk China was good, dude.
Man,
Walk China was
like that.
You know, the bad thing about Walk China though was that they wanted like $10 for a plate of food.
Yeah,
and that didn't even include the drink.
Yeah, man.
So I mean, the food was good, but the prices were ridiculous. Yeah, they knew they were only a Chinese place. I mean, those are greedy Chinese men.
God dang that! You know, I like that.
Yeah,
greedy Chinese.
Greedy Chinese.
Because I deal with a lot of those people on the regular. These guys, man.
And then, but you know, they serve Chinese food over here at PX.
Oh yeah.
Every Wednesday.
Man, I haven't even gone to that.
Yeah, dude, they serve Chinese food. They have orange chicken and they have General Tso's.
What's today?
Today's Thursday. It was yesterday.
Oh, man, I missed it again.
Yeah. So just keep an eye out for y'all Chinese food freaks that can't get it in Van Horn. Every Wednesday at the PX, y'all can throw down on some Chinese food. They got fried rice, egg rolls, that sweet and sour chicken, orange chicken.
Man, shout out PX. They got that Fiesta thing of imported beer. Tecate, Sol.
Oh, yeah, the little mixer.
Man, I love that thing. Shout out to PX, man.
For having that kind of stuff.
Yes,
yeah, it's different.
Thank
we
you.
need to, you go to any Valero in El Paso.
You can find stuff.
And
like
you can
that.
find the kind of stuff you watch on like Red's Apple Ale.
Yeah, stuff that's being advertised.
Yeah, not just Bud Light and Michelob Ultra. Which,
yeah, man. That gets old, man.
I mean, it's still good, but sometimes you want a variety, man.
Yeah, you want that variety. You want that dessert taste beer. You know what I mean?
Not only that, but I mean, girls dig it.
Yeah, man. Whatever the girls like, that's what we like. That's all good.
So, okay, what else we got going on today? You had a word of the day, Brian.
Oh, yeah, the word of the day, man. Word of the day today, as it sits.
Which was?
The word of the day was correndum.
Correndum. Give us the definition of that word.
It's an error in a printed work discovered after a printing and shown with its correction on a separate sheet. For example, when they publish like a misprint of something. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it means. So, yeah, dude.
The correndum.
The correndum. So try to use that in a sentence today, guys.
Yeah.
Now that you know the meaning, go out there, go to the post office, and tell Joe Morales.
Hell yeah.
Correndum.
Shout out Joe Morales. What's up, man? How you doing?
So what else do we got going on, dude? I don't know if people have noticed, but I wake up every morning, dude. I get my cup of coffee, and then the first thing I do is turn on the news. For some reason today, DirecTV decided not to have agreements with any local stations in El Paso, and we have no locals on DirecTV, dude.
Man, it can't get any worse than Dish, though. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, is that what you have? You have Dish?
Nah, well, my grandma used to have Dish, but, I mean, I hate Dish.
Really?
It's so inconvenient. DirecTV is great, but they need to quit messing around with these local channels like that. You know what I mean?
Honestly, for some reason I'd much rather watch the Odessa locals.
For real?
Yeah.
I mean, I take pride in the fact that we're the last affiliated suburb of El Paso.
Do you think we are?
I mean, for the most part, yeah.
You know what really?
We don't share the. I mean, but I'd much rather prefer to be associated with El Paso than Odessa Midland.
Well, yeah, you're right. You got a point there. But you know what I really hate about El Paso is I don't hate about El Paso, but what I hate about El Paso news is that we never get mentioned on the weather, man.
Yeah, there'll just be like a couple raindrops in Van Horn.
No, like they're pointing out the weather and then they're blocking Van Horn with their body, dude. Man. Like you see Van Horn on the map, but they just block it with him. But while they're pointing every other place out, even Sarah Blanca gets credit.
Man, but I'm a huge Candlelight Flores fan. Man, she's the best weather
Candlelight Flores.
Her name is Candlelight.
That's a cool name.
That is a cool name. You know, I can only hope that I run into her and say hi.
Is she a weather girl?
Oh yes.
Which station?
On the KVIA with El Paso.
Okay, so that KVIA is what? Is that CBS or ABC? No, I think it's the
CBS.
Yeah, I think that is a CBS. Candlelight Flores.
Shout out Candlelight, we love you. Or at least I do.
Oh man, I've never seen her, dude.
Hey man, you know what? I think I follow her like on Facebook or Twitter or something like
really?
that. And then this other weather girl with what's her name? I'm a fan of weather girls. Let's just put it that
Candlelight Flores. Candlelight Flores. Let's see if we can pull up a picture of Candlelight Flores.
She's a very beautiful young woman. She's just El Paso's own. You know what I mean?
El Paso's own. But how about Estela Casas, man?
Estela Casas?
Yeah, it's Estela Casas, man.
Who is that?
That's that, like...
the anchor lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, she could... Well, I'm not going to say she could get it, but she's very attractive.
She's on K-Fox. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Is it K-Fox?
I think that's the Odessa one, though, isn't it?
Oh, that is the Odessa one. Yeah,
we kind of get Odessa-type news.
But I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, apparently DirecTV has not been able to make agreements with local stations, and so anybody with DirecTV out there, if you turn, you know, and that really ticks me off because I love watching the People's Court.
Yeah, the People's Court.
I love watching the People's Court at noon.
What? That's the judge, Million. Oh man, I love her too.
Yeah, she's real pretty for a judge.
I love the way she gets on to people for being stupid.
Yeah,
you know
man,
what I mean?
she
she's
throws
like,
down.
You need to cut your shit. She tells them, you know. You need to cut it out.
So I really hope they get it fixed by noon because I love watching the People's Court, man. Yeah, that's what it is.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, Bin Laden. So this is one of the controversial issues that Brian had brought up to me earlier today.
Oh man,
the church status deal.
Oh man, let's talk about this.
Okay, you guys, really, we're not out to offend anybody, and you know, we're not out to, you know, piss you off or anything like that. But the whole point is just to talk.
I just want to spark
he's stating his opinion.
I want to brew your mind a little bit. Let me brew your mind. Okay? As we know, our community, you know, we have various different forms of religious worship in this area. And what I want to get to the bottom of is all y'all talk about being about the Lord or whatever kind of God you worship. You know, but you got to be about it. You know, you really got to be about it. How are you out being the worst possible heathen that you could possibly be and still have the nerve to come to church and expect me to just completely, oh, well, you're at church, so let me just write off everything that you've been doing. You know, you got to live what you're.
So basically you're saying,
worshiping, you know,
basically you're saying there's people out there that do bad.
It's not just people out there. A lot of y'all out there. Everybody listening, all your relatives, you know, y'all may be here. I mean, because me personally, I don't go to church, but I do have my religious beliefs and I do have my religious respects. I pay every religion respect.
Yeah.
You know, because it's all formed around the same idea.
In other words,
of being a good
it's
human.
the classic deal of going out there and partying your ass off on a Saturday night and then showing up to church as if you didn't do nothing the night before.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that at the same time, but I mean...
But acknowledge that you're that person.
Acknowledge the person that you are. You know what I mean? Don't sit here and try and put up a front as far as to the rest of the community at church. And then to some other people, going to any kind of church that they do, it's more of a social standing in their eyes than it is. I'm here to worship the God that I worship.
Yeah, you get a lot of that. I think
like dressing up and all this stuff, and then belittling the person that walks in looking, less fortunate than you.
That's true.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
I mean, I seen a study the other day.
I agree.
Of a priest that walked into his own church, of a different region, but it's the same
religion.
Yeah, the same branch of religion, and he was dressed completely like a bum, let all his hair grow out, and he's mingling amongst the crowd, and people are looking at him like he's an animal, like he's a dog or something.
Yeah. So in other words, what you're saying is that it's not okay if you're gonna go to church. Don't ever judge.
Yeah, don't judge people.
Yeah,
man.
I can agree with you there because, I mean, the whole point of going to church is to forgive sins, to enlighten yourself,
to repent.
Yeah, to repent. So and that's the deal. I think that church is not a social group where it's amongst the finest people.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter where you sit in church, but at least you're there. You know what I mean?
But what I'm saying is like it's not a prom.
Yeah,
it's not, and most people have church clothes, and I get that.
Yeah, and if you're taking your kids to church, make sure they're behaving at least, please, for the other people around you. Yeah, that's true. Because I see kids running up and down, smacking each other and stuff. It's like, man, this is going to go into another subject that I want to talk about. I strongly encourage corporal punishment from parents to their children.
Well, you know what? When I was growing up, dude, corporal punishment was in my agenda. Not because I wanted it to be, but because it was there. I think it helped me out a lot.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's definitely something that society is missing these days.
It's because here's the problem. We've gotten to a point in society where people, especially kids, you explain a lot more to kids. And they kind of take advantage of it, dude.
At an earlier age.
Yeah, you know what I mean? They're like, I'll call CPS. Or I'll do this. And then the thing is that, these people in CPS, they're quick to tell you that you're wrong.
Yeah,
the parent, you know what I mean? Oh, you're not supposed to be spanking your kids. Dude, they spanked me and I came out fine.
Yeah, I mean, like where I work, everybody knows I work at Love's. When I see somebody whooping their kid, I'm like, hell yeah, nobody come over here, nobody come see this.
Especially when it's a bad kid.
Yeah, if this kid's been running up and down my aisle, thinking that he's running against Usain Bolt, and I got people walking around, and, I had to actually tell a customer one time, hey, are those your kids? You know what I mean? Get your kids, keep them from running around. And, of course, he just grabs them and then lets them go, and they take off running around again. And I'm like, that's the problem with society is kids know that they can't be touched, you know what I mean, in public.
That's a bad thing.
So it always leads to when we get home, but then when we get home, nothing happens apparently because...
Well, because either one, you forget, or two, it's just...
You get sidetracked.
Yeah, you get sidetracked.
I mean, I don't have kids. I mean, everybody's aware I don't have kids. But
I just got a text and it says, discipline starts at home and nowadays parents are the problem.
That I agree.
So, yeah, it's... How can I put it? They used to whoop my ass, dude.
Yeah, I used to get my ass kicked, man. I lived in fear of my parents.
They used to, and most people. Here's the problem, I think, with a lot of parents nowadays. They're too worried about being their kid's friend.
Yeah, that's right.
As opposed to parent, and you guys got to understand. And this is my opinion. You
grow into that friendship.
You can't. Yeah, your kids will respect you a lot later in life if you do that. Then as opposed to the moment.
Hard lessons have to be learned in order to appreciate.
They may say I hate you and stuff like that, but those are just words, man. Yeah. Because when they get to an adult set of mind, they realize what they had. Because I did. I would talk shit to my parents. But my thing is that now I have a lot of respect for them because of that, because of my upbringing, because now I can sit back and say, you know what? It wasn't that bad. My childhood was, I can sit back and say my childhood was normal.
Yeah, I mean,
but at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and say, the whoopings I took were for no reason. They had reason behind them.
There was love behind it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like, you can't take your kid out in the street and and box him a few rounds.
Yeah, there's a difference between when you're
you can-
kicking your kid's ass and whooping his ass because he did something wrong.
Yeah, I mean, take your 14, 13-year-old kid, go drop his pants and whoop his ass with a belt. I
And-
guarantee you he'll
Yeah,
cut his
and
shit
and
out.
those are the toughest ones because they're at that age where they're like they can kind of they're a stronger child.
Yeah, they're adolescents.
Yeah,
still,
so but
they're
the thing
growing
is
up.
it starts when they're young.
Yeah.
If they have that respect for you when they're young, it'll carry into their teens.
I mean, me personally, I plan on striking fear into my child immediately. Like I mean, I don't have kids, but should I ever have one, I don't want my kid to be a dumbass. I don't want my kid to be one of those people that you just don't like to have around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I want him to have respect for other people without them projecting it to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At the same
Be
time,
respectful.
yeah. That's one thing I think a lot of things lack. Is that
respect factor.
yeah, the respect factor. The respect factor has a big deal because I mean, if your kids can't respect, even like me, I'm at the post office, dude. I will hold the door open for somebody elderly.
Yeah, and that's definitely
Just
a
because
small
that's what I
town
was
thing
taught
right
to do.
there. Yeah, that's
You know?
teaching your upbringing.
Yeah, because that's what I was taught to do. And a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, people look at me strange when I'm in El Paso and say I go and grab the door and hold it for somebody. They're like, "Wow, this hoodlum is holding the door for me."
This guy,
'Cause I have
this
a bit
guy
of a
with
rough show.
this guy with exactly. This guy with the do rag on, man.
Guy with a do rag and a mustache.
It's a
out
cursive.
here.
You're like a PSA walking around.
Yep.
Courtesy, pass it around.
Pass it around, man.
So, oh man, what a morning! That was a good little topic to talk about, man.
That was great,
So,
man.
You also mentioned about what we used to have here in Van Horn.
Yeah, I mean, one thing, somebody, please, for the sake of all of us, get Pizza Hut back here, please.
Really, dude?
We need it. I mean, I could deal without Dairy Queen. No offense to anybody there. But Pizza Hut was like the highlight of my childhood here.
You know what? The bad thing is that there's no other. I went into Carlos Rivera's office yesterday, and we were talking about this. And we were talking about how, because I don't know if you've ever tasted his brisket.
Yeah, I think it was at that at Rocco's barbecue thing.
He has really good brisket.
Yeah.
He has really good barbecue sauce and stuff like that. And I asked him, how come you don't open up a restaurant? And I told him, I go, okay, for one, it's because we don't have a diversity of restaurants here.
Yeah.
We have a lot of Mexican food, and we're all Mexicans anyway.
So we're gonna eat that at home anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Like with the same, beans that we eat at the restaurant, we probably, if we don't go buy a bean burrito, we eat it at the restaurant, or
Yeah.
what I'm saying is like, the same tacos that we have like at Chuy's or at Lizzie's
Yeah.
or at Papa's Pantry or whatever. The only place that I told them was diverse in its way is Cattle Company.
Yeah.
And
no doubt.
and Capitan. I would say that. Those two places.
Capitan.
But they kind of compete with each other because more steakhouses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I told them we don't have a barbecue place. There's no place to get a good barbecue sandwich.
Hell yeah. Or a place to get tacos and beer. You know what I mean?
Or pizza.
Yeah, pizza. That's
And, you go to Pilot, but it's not the same, bro.
yeah. That Pilot. I mean, you eat the pizza from Pilot and you feel heavy. You can't move. You can't do anything after you eat that. You might as well just fall into a food coma because
No, seriously, because that pizza's, I mean, honestly, to be honest with you, I wouldn't even mind a Domino's here.
yeah, or like a Papa John's or something.
But,
man.
a Domino's or a Pizza Hut would really do good.
Or
But,
Little Caesars, man, that would just stay selling.
yeah.
But see, I think the biggest problem with us here in Van Horn, people are timid to start up new businesses because of the quality of people that we are. Not necessarily the quality of us people per se, but the way that the laborers of this town. Everybody's gonna call in on Saturday morning. Everybody's not gonna show up on.
That's
Sunday.
true. That's true.
It's already understood.
It's tough to work. It's tough to find good help.
Yeah, I mean, like that reflects on us as people. You got to take pride in your job, whatever it is. You know what I mean? Whether it's the worst or the best job, take pride in it.
Well, I mean, the thing is that when Pizza Hut was open, I don't think they had that problem, dude.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, I wanted to work there. They never hired me, but I wanted to. You know what I mean? Like I had that desire to work there, and I ended up working at the Pizza Hut.
We just need that 1 millionaire to come in here and
Man,
Get
we
that
got
Pizza
a
Hut open.
millionaire here, man. He's playing around. If you hear me, millionaire, start up a Pizza Hut, and I will come every day.
We will need a Pizza Hut. We do need a Pizza Hut because, for one, football needs pizza and wings on Sundays.
We gotta have it.
And then on top of that, you're right, dude. Pizza Hut was like a big part of my growing up.
Yeah, I mean,
I still remember listening to Boys and Men, man.
hell yeah, the
jukebox,
jukebox was
crisscross.
on point. That's what introduced me to rap music, and I fell in love.
Yeah, crisscross
Playing the
and
cruising game.
the Cruising USA.
Yeah, you're just slapping in a red, convertible, just with the girl flying.
And then that's where I learned to love Street Fighter 2.
Hell yeah,
Ninja Turtles, the arcade game,
them, man.
And then what else did we have over there?
They had those little
Ace
capsule dispensers and stuff.
Yeah. Ace of Base, man.
Yeah.
Ace of Base.
Man, it was great. Please, Van Horn, bring us back Pizza Hut. Somebody's capable of doing it. I'm not. I'm just a dumb kid. Somebody please bring us Pizza Hut, and I will be your best.
See, so we got another text that says VH businesses are also begging people to work. A lot of kids don't want to work or want to work then when they feel like it. And see, that's another thing. It roots back down to your parents.
Yeah, I mean, because for one thing, I know for one thing, we
but
used
I mean,
to
what
hire
I'm saying,
high school kids, but we don't because they just up and quit without notice. They have no desire to be there, so we just made the decision. We're not hiring any more high school kids.
And see, here's the thing is that, but I mean, if my kid is going to go to work, right? If my kid gets a job.
He better be there at his job.
That's what I'm saying. And he gets up, I don't want to go to work. Too bad.
You're going. Yeah, you ain't calling in. You're going to be there.
Unless they're sick. Unless I can genuinely see they're sick or something's wrong. Or, death in the family. I get that. But even then, your job understands that.
Yeah.
You know what I
mean? But
just
because you don't want to go,
that's not a reason. So, because there's days I feel I'm not doing anything. But if I don't do something that day, the bills don't get paid.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's as simple as that.
Me growing up, I mean, if I didn't have a job after the age of 15, pretty much, I mean, don't expect to have any kind of other privileges. You better be providing your own form of money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your own spending cash. That was how I was brought up.
But you know what I'm saying? But like, if my kid's gonna get a job,
he better be
especially because they don't work full time. They don't work 5 days a week.
Yeah, they're just getting a good 20 hours, 24
hours. They work 2 or 3 days out of the week, dude. Plus that shows responsibility.
Yeah, I mean, and
because later on in life, they will learn to appreciate it, dude.
And if you're a young laborer out there listening, I mean, take pride in your job, whatever it is. Whether it's working, doing landscaping, digging holes. Do that with a passion. You know what I mean? Enjoy it. Take pride in what you're doing.
Well, I think if your boss sees that, not so much that I don't think anybody wants to dig ditches the rest of their lives. But at the same time,
be enthusiastic.
I think if you put some effort into it, then your boss will take recognition of it, and from there you just move up the ladder.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? So
no doubt.
Man. It's okay. So I guess that's it. We got. That's pretty much it for local stuff, man.
Yeah, local stuff. Let's get to some newer topics.
So check this out, dude. I was reading an article today, and apparently, and what's funny about this article here is that Chinese scientists say that if you're seeking a cure for a hangover, the best cure would be, believe it or not, Sprite.
Sprite, baby.
Sprite, which Mexicans have been saying for the past 20 years.
They say Sprite.
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 What gotta do with Sprite?
Yeah.
So, watch. Let me just read a little bit from the article here. It says, most of us have been there. An evening of booze-fueled reveille morphs into a morning of nausea and regret. What's a hangover-strickling body to do? So, apparently, these guys are saying that they did some research, and Sprite cures is probably the best cure for a hangover.
I mean, it tastes the best when you're hungover.
Well, you're right, it does. I mean, anything cold to me tastes the best. But what I'm trying to say is that, how many times were you sick as a kid, and your mom said, "Pues quieres un Sprite?"
Hell yeah!
You know what I mean? When you felt like you had nausea, my mom used to give me Sprite. So I mean, we've been saying it's funny how it takes a Chinese scientist for it to be nationally known that Sprite helps nausea.
I mean, I still use Sprite with my medicine,
I think a lot of people in Houston would agree with that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy it. I mean,
So, but I think that's pretty crazy that it. I mean, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the lemon and lime.
Yeah, it's that. It's because Kobe Bryant endorsed it back in the day.
That's what it was.
That's what it was. That's exactly what it was, man.
So that's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. I think that was like a fun little article to mention, just due to the fact that Mexicans have been saying that for years and years and years and years.
So keep it up with the Sprite when you're hungover.
That's right, man. In fact, that's what I'm gonna go do when I get out of here. I'm gonna buy a 12-pack of Sprite because I'm probably gonna end up drinking this weekend.
Yeah, and just lax on it, man. Get prepared to drink. You know?
Have the stock reserve.
No doubt.
Have a medicine cabinet full of Sprite.
Gotta have it.
So what else are we gonna talk about? Brian wanted to talk a little bit about his opinion on the Kardashians.
Oh man, my opinion on the Kardashians. Well, Kim, I love you. I still do.
Really?
Nothing will ever change that. Courtney is the other one, right? That kind of looks like him.
She goes out with Disick. What's his name?
But she's similar, like.
She's like a mini version. Yeah.
All right, and the other Kardashian sister, she don't even matter in my book. I mean,
Khloe.
Yeah, she's.
But there's two more. There's Kendall and Kylie, which are not they're not named Kardashian, but they're in the show.
Are they 18 yet?
I'm not sure.
All right. Well, we'll talk about them when they turn 18. 'Cause I don't. No.
So okay, Kim,
I love you.
But Kim is like, I don't know. To me,
I mean, I never.
She's
really
a drama queen, dude.
I never really watched the show, but I'm just saying, she's the one that I knew about before all the other.
Well, I think that's the only Kardashian anybody knew about.
I think they're more riding off of. I mean, I know they had their own other. The guy was a gold medalist skier or whatever.
He was a Olympist. Yeah, Bruce Jenner.
Yeah, that guy. I mean, he looks like he's surprised all the time.
He does.
But I mean, Kim Kardashian, you are beautiful. You are a gift.
Well, if you watch the show, and when you watch the show, she's such a drama queen, dude.
Yeah,
she really is such a drama queen, and she's really, to me, she's like kind of real spoiled. I think Courtney is real more down to earth than Kim.
Yeah, and the other one doesn't matter.
Chloe.
The other one doesn't matter.
Chloe's probably taller than both of us, dude.
Hey, well, that's why
she goes out with Lamar Odom.
She got to, man.
She's married to him, and apparently Bruce and Kris Jenner are. I guess I think I saw an article that they're splitting up or something, which had if you watch the show, it was you could kind of call that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the only thing, Kim Kardashian's with Yeezus, so I respect that too.
With Yeezus, yeah, Kanye West.
They have a daughter, I believe. Yeah, a daughter named Northwest.
North.
That's a cool name. I'm all for y'all having creative names for your kids.
But Kanye does it for more publicity than her. I mean, to me, it's like that's so easy.
Yeah.
Your last name is West. Let's just throw a direction in there,
Northwest.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. That's just something. I guess. Kim explained it. I think she said, "Well, it's because the first time we met, we saw the North Star." And she's our little star and stuff like that, so we'll name her.
Man, that girl doesn't know nothing about stars, man. She's just over here saying whatever he told her.
Oh, wow. So somebody texted me about they're actually getting a divorce from... So Chloe's actually getting divorced from Lamar Odom.
Yeah, I can't say I didn't see it coming.
They were together for like 2 weeks, dude.
Yeah. I mean, you date the irrelevant sister, eventually you... Eventually, you just decide, you know what, maybe this
I made the wrong choice.
Yeah, you date the middle child of any family. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, she's the middle. No, she's not. Kim is the middle child. She's not
the forgotten one, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, it's because Kim had the whole sex tape, and that's what really got her career started. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, and the fact is that she has like a big ass. On top of that.
Hey.
There it is.
That's why I love her.
So I mean, I think that's one of the big reasons she got her career going, and then she kind of just dragged her whole family in. And
hey, well, shout out to Kim.
That's the magic of Ryan Seacrest at work right there, dude.
Yep,
he's the one that actually found him. So what else we got going on today? Okay, check this out, guys. We were talking about football earlier. I just want to show you this quick clip on. Because I know if I had a son and he was playing football, I would really the biggest thing that we got to worry about is like concussions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nowadays because the kids are bigger, they're stronger. Supplements. They're getting hurt more often, dude. So I just want to put this quick clip and show y'all of this new technology. Check this out.
The Reebok Check Light. Check Light is an impact indicator worn on the head with or without a helmet during sports and fitness activities. Check Light sensors continuously measure the impact an athlete experiences, providing coaches, athletic trainers, parents, and athletes with a visual display of impact severity. A green light means check light is on and functioning. A yellow light indicates you've sustained a moderate impact. A red light indicates a more severe impact. Advanced algorithms continuously process sensor data to give athletes real-time impact information with a simple visual cue. These sensors are connected with flexible electronics to a microprocessor. Reebok Check Light, an extra set of eyes designed to lead athletes on a pathway to assessment.
This is the Reebok Check Light, a head impact indicator. It's not a diagnostic tool, but it does make the game safer because it measures the force of impact to the head, it counts the number of hits. The Check Light is a real-time teaching tool to help athletes, to help coaches take head impact out of the game. Reebok Check Light, we've got your back.
So something pretty cool to
Reebok, man.
look for your kids, because I know that's something I would like to use, dude.
Oh yeah, I mean you want to definitely know what kind of hits your kids are taking.
Yeah, dude. I've seen it 1,000 times. A kid gets hit, and then he's on the floor, and there's a parent running out of the stands, bro.
Man, it happened to me, bro. I got lit up against Anthony like a Christmas tree, bro. Like caught slipping, legs up, flying in the air. I mean, I want to know how hard I got hit from that one.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And then, I never really got hit to the point where I had a concussion or anything like that. But
yeah.
I know one guy who he was like Billy Bob.
Yeah, like
Varsity
just
Blues,
too
dude.
many concussions.
Yeah,
already.
dude. So I mean,
young.
there was a guy in my football team that was like that. And I was like, man. And then every time we'd play again, there he was on the damn kickoff. On the kickoff team, man. I mean,
selling out, using his head to tackle.
yeah, dude. So I mean, but I mean, that was just the way of old.
Yeah, I like it.
So just a little quick tidbit of information that y'all guys maybe, because I know y'all guys got a lot of student athletes out there.
Yeah,
A little bit of information for some new technology. So tell me, Brian, you had a bone to pick with Siri.
man, Siri, you need to start recognizing my voice. I mean, I don't speak in slang that bad, because I can ask a question like.
Let's try this. Let's ask her a question.
Let's see, Siri.
Let's see. I'll put her. I think she'll be able to hear you here. Okay.
All
Right, guys. We're gonna try this. Go ahead and ask.
Siri, will you marry me?
Who, me?
See, there she goes, acting like she don't know who I'm talking to. I just said, Siri, will you marry me?
Okay, let's try this again. Okay, listen, but I think she heard me first. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's try it.
Siri, will you marry me?
Hi, David. What can I do for you?
See, I'm not even David. I'm not David.
Oh man.
My Siri does that same thing to me too. The answers cannot be found right now.
Maybe it's because she can't. She don't know who you are. Okay, let's try me. Let me ask her a question.
All right.
Hey Siri, will you marry me?
I sure have received a lot of marriage proposals recently.
So she understood me.
Yeah.
So I think you're gonna have to just kind of work on your speech, dude.
Yeah, because like last night I was like, who's winning the game, Cardinals or Pirates? And then it's like, would you like me to search for famous pirates? And I'm like, no.
No, okay,
I said-
okay. I'm gonna ask that question. Let's ask Siri that question. Siri, what was the score between the Cardinals and the Pirates?
The Cardinals won the NLDS 3-2 over the Pirates. They won the last game 6-1.
So apparently she understands me just
See,
fine.
you have good enunciation. Me, I kind of tend to like mash words together and say, you know what I'm saying, Siri? You know what I mean? She don't
So you-
understand what I'm saying.
Well, it's because I think you need to put Siri in hood rat mode,
Yeah, put her in hood rat mode. Say,
and then from there she'll be like,
oh yeah, you know what I mean?
yeah, exactly.
Hey, it is what it is.
It
She
is
don't-
what it is.
My own phone doesn't recognize me, and it's cool. You know, I try to distance myself from my phone every now and then.
You know, they do have a Google app too that's actually pretty good.
A Google app.
There's a Google search. Watch, let me
Well, I mean,
try
I
it.
thought my whole search was powered by Google.
No, well the search is, but watch, check this out. Let me see if I have it on here. I think you can use it on here. What was the score of the Cardinals and Pirates game?
The Cardinals beat the Pirates 6-1.
See,
Hey,
So, I
St.
mean-
Louis Cardinals, baby.
you can use it. You can use it on the Chrome browser and stuff like that, and
I
on
mean,
the
I
Google
wonder
search.
if I'm the only person having problems with Siri.
I doubt it. There's people out there having problems all the time with Siri. But I mean,
even when it comes down to like
We're-
real type stuff that I need, like, hey, where's a good place in El Paso for this?
Yeah.
And she doesn't understand nothing that I say.
you know, here's the deal: is that we're not at the point. I mean, we're at the point where the technology's there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The technology's there, and we're not Star Trek yet, dude.
Yeah, we gotta be, man. We gotta get.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was listening to Howard Stern today, and he was talking about he had some guy on the phone, and he was I guess I don't know, was it the New York Times or somebody had put out an article about how much of a genius Steve Jobs was. You know, because you know, there we are sitting having flip phones, and then here comes this man and says, "I can take this piece of glass, and you know, I can make it do things that no other phone does." Or
Yeah.
make you know, not only just be a phone, but be a whole receptacle of information where we access the internet, where we send text messages, but do it in a manner that makes a lot more sense. You know, like he said, he was the Leonardo
The Da Vinci.
Leonardo da Vinci of our day.
Yeah.
Of our day.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past it. I mean, I love the music features and everything.
But I mean, think about it. You couldn't do this, and this is exactly what he was talking about.
My
He said,
razor, you know what I mean?
"Yeah, you couldn't do this kind of stuff on a razor."
Yeah, you had your directional pad buttons and all that. I mean, the versatility of these smartphones is amazing. You could set up anything and everything with these.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is that, you know, like, but we act like this stuff has always been around,
Yeah, and it hasn't. I mean,
you know. And he was also talking about, okay, here's Apple, a company who sets up a brilliant store. You know, their store format is just all the same, no matter where you go.
yeah, it's Apple.
It's you know, you go to an Apple store and it all, you know, they got that same elegance.
Yeah, that.
And then in the past couple of years, Microsoft has been opening up stores exactly the same as Apple.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, no disrespect to Microsoft, but I ain't getting the Xbox One. That's for sure. I mean, I'm converting to the dark side of the PlayStation 4. I mean,
So what are you on right now? What platform?
I'm playing Xbox
360.
the Elite. You know, because I've burned through so many Xboxes. You know, but I'm about to switch to the dark side. I've
So-
always been an avid, you know.
So that's the dark side, because I'm not a gamer.
Yeah.
And we were talking about this earlier.
Well, not necessarily. Most people like would say, yeah, PlayStation, but I mean, I started with the original Xbox. You know.
Yeah, and that was a good console.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought it was cool looking, like the black with the green. You know, it was just cool. But as it's come along, apparently, you know, the new Xbox One will not work adequately or up to
with
par.
with other games.
Yeah, with other games, you can't lend out games.
Yeah.
know? You got to register your game as you're the user of this game. You can't play offline. It's not gonna function offline. You have to have a smart TV to go along with it. I mean,
So there's a lot of factors.
I mean, it's more for the luxurious and the overly privileged, as opposed to for the working class people. You know what I mean? Like,
But what I'm saying is, why would they do that? That's dumb, because now the whole used game industry gets like hit.
yeah,
Like the GameStop deal, like where you used to be able to go and buy a used game at a cheaper price.
Well, see, in essence, what Microsoft is trying to get accomplished is they want your TV to become just the same as your iPhone. You know what I mean? The camera's gonna be on you. It's all motion capture. I mean, it's no longer where you gotta add that little setup to where it notices your motion. It's built in, you know, and the smart TV is part to just support that. To just walk in and say, "Hey, TV, come on," you know, put YouTube on, you know, show me a rap instrumental, you know what I mean? And it'll just play it over your sound system. I mean, it's geared for that. Or it's geared to, hey, you know, what's on Hulu or what's on Netflix, you know, and it just pops it up. It recognizes your voice upon entering a room.
Yeah, and I get that, and that's a pretty cool. But I still think,
but it has to be.
They need to have some leniency.
Yeah, I mean that's what gamers do. I mean, especially in small communities like this, we lend games to each other, you know, and to take that away and say, oh yeah, you can borrow this game, but you're gonna have to register it to your name, and you know, there's gonna be a track record of who all's played this game somewhere, you know.
Which okay. I can see the benefit. I can see the benefit, and then I can see the unbenefit. The benefit would be if somebody stole your game, they can't play it.
Yeah, but I mean, you just have to pay. Like, you're gonna have to pay for this game regardless, you know, and it's not gonna be cheap. That's for sure.
Yeah, I miss the Nintendo days, man.
Yeah, just cartridge.
Yep, Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah, man, get it down. Super batter up.
Yeah, so it used to be, those days were cool, man.
Man, that was a golden era.
I remember my first time I saw Super Mario Brothers.
Oh man.
And then I saw Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those were good days.
I grew up playing those video games, man.
And then I really got into video gaming. I got into the game that I really was like, whoa, was probably Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Because he had so many different little characters. Like, you could be a turtle throwing hammers. Yeah. You could be a whole raccoon. You had a little raccoon's tail. You had the fireball. You could be a frog. Yeah. You know, that was awesome. I really wish, you know what, man? I still dig Nintendo, man. I used to love playing that new Super Mario Brothers, where there was like 4 players at once.
Yeah, Mario Party.
No. The new Super Mario Brothers, where you can, it's like a whole Mario game, but I mean, you can play up to 4 players at one time.
Wow, I remember like Mario Kart was like the best game ever.
Dude, Mario Kart was the bomb. But
I was always a big follower of Mortal Kombat. Matter of fact, I was watching that before I came over.
In fact, that just even takes me back to the Pizza Hut subject. That's the first time I played Mortal Kombat was at Pizza Hut.
Mortal Kombat trilogy, man. Get over here. You know, Pizza Hut, get over here. We ain't letting it go. Get over here,
Pizza Hut.
Mortal Kombat.
And yeah, man, that and what else did I play? I mean, I played a lot of games, man. Zelda, you know, I didn't get into Zelda in the Nintendo era. When I got into Zelda was the GameCube.
Yeah.
GameCube era. Yeah. That's when I got into Zelda, and I actually stayed up and played that deal all night. And, you know, even GTA back on PlayStation 2 was good. You know, Vice City.
The original Grand Theft Auto, and then getting up to Vice City, Grand Theft Auto 3, you know.
You know, Grand Theft Auto 3 was good. And then Vice City came out and it was better.
It was like playing Scarface. It was
amazing. That's what I loved about that game. It was more, it took place in the 80s. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that whole like, you're on fire. Yeah.
And the radio was on point even then.
Hell yeah, dude. The rap was like, and then, you know, you get to San Andreas, and I just didn't dig it.
Yeah, I stopped following it after that. But I mean, I recently got Grand Theft Auto 5, which apparently is breaking all kinds of records. And this game is outstanding. Like, it comes with 2 discs. You got to install the first disc because that's the whole map. The whole map is...
How much space does that take?
It took roughly about an hour or so for my Xbox to download the entire disc. Like, I actually fell asleep waiting for it. And then, actually, like, the gameplay, like, you can explore every inch of this map.
So wait. So the first disc you have to install onto the
Onto your
onboard
hard
memory.
drive, yeah.
But what kind of? You said you had an Xbox, but it has,
The 360.
you have a full hard drive on it.
Yeah, well, I got the basic one, the 4 gigabyte one, and I just
Yeah.
bought the hard drive for like $40
Oh, okay.
to just add like, I don't remember,
250 gigs,
Yeah, I mean,
something like that.
I mean, it definitely doesn't take up all of that, but I mean, it's incredible. Like this game is, it shows exactly where we are advancing in video game technology as far as, you know, artificial intelligence simulations, you know, interactive surroundings.
And it's crazy because it's an art now, dude. I mean, you can go to school for designing video games.
A video game.
Yeah, before, I mean,
Matter of fact, one of my brothers graduated from DeVry University for video game development.
I saw that. Yeah. I know who you're talking about, Juan.
Yeah.
Because he was here for the quinceañera, and then I actually got to talk to him, and he was telling me,
He programs video games.
He's a big
man.
Final Fantasy buff.
Yeah, and he's actually the one who got me into Mortal Kombat because it was always a challenge to kick his ass. Because that's just one thing I could never do.
Man, you know what game I'm really miss playing is Capcom versus Marvel.
Yes, I would love using Venom and Wolverine.
Yeah, Capcom versus Marvel was the bomb.
Yeah,
So
I was into that, man. Video games are anybody out there that thinks that your kid is wasting time with video games. No, he's not. I mean, there's many perks and disadvantages to playing video games, but one thing that is for sure is they will have reflexes. That is for sure.
yeah.
The video games sharpen up your reflexes and your reaction times.
Oh man, so it's about that time, bro. It's been about that time.
It's been a good show, man.
It's been a good show.
Everybody-
Did you have fun?
Hey, it was a great experience.
It was
man.
fun,
Thanks for having me. Thanks for, listening to my points of view, even though they're a bit rough around the edges.
They're not too bad though. They're not too bad. They're bearable.
Yeah,
You know. So let's wrap up, dude. We got a football game tomorrow against Wink. Y'all go out there and support
support him, man.
support Van Horn Eagles.
Van Horn.
Just y'all go by Casa de Maria and give it a taste. See what that's like. Don't forget the word of the day.
The word of the day is corringum.
Corringum. So use that in a sentence, guys.
It's similar to correction.
Yeah.
A typo that has been acknowledged.
So that and hopefully DirecTV brings up their locals because I really want to go home and watch
The news.
not the news, but more of a People's Court.
Yeah, and I want to watch
So,
Maury, of course. That's
Judge
a great
Million.
American pastime.
So, anyways, so you guys, hopefully we have a good day. Brian, thanks for coming on the show,
Hey, thanks for having me, man. Y'all take care of Van Horn. I love y'all.
and we will see you Monday at. We're gonna probably 9:30 or 10 a.m. because there's some schedule changes. I'll announce them later on, but just keep watching and keep living. LIVIN.
Hey, do it, man.
We'll see you when we see you guys.
Peace.